Have you ever questioned if traveling after 65 is still a wise decision? While exploring new destinations and immersing yourself in diverse cultures can be thrilling, there are significant dangers that many seniors fail to consider until they're already dealing with them. As we age, both our bodies and minds undergo changes that can make traveling more tiring, unpredictable, and at times, even perilous. Though some individuals may think they can maintain the same pace they did in their youth, the truth is that after 65, travel brings distinct difficulties that can transform a dream vacation into a stressful and potentially life-threatening experience. In this video, we'll uncover 6 crucial reasons why traveling post-65 can pose risks. From sudden health crises to hidden financial traps that could deplete your savings, each reason will offer insight into the challenges seniors encounter when traveling. By the time this video concludes, you'll fully grasp why travel during this period of life demands extra care and what steps you can take to stay secure if you still decide to embark on a journey. Stick around until the end, as the final point we discuss is something many seniors overlook, but it's one of the most frequent ways people lose their money, time, and peace of mind while on the road. Now, let's dive in. Number 1. Greater exposure to infections and contaminants. One of the most commonly ignored risks of traveling after 65 is the heightened exposure to germs, viruses, and foodborne diseases. Crowded airports, jam-packed airplanes, public transport, and unfamiliar eateries all foster an environment where bacteria and viruses thrive. For younger travelers, a mild cold or stomach bug might be a temporary inconvenience, but for seniors, these infections can cause serious complications, hospital stays, or even long-lasting health issues. A single trip can expose an older adult to more illnesses than they would typically encounter in months at home. And in some instances, the immune system just doesn't have the strength to fight them off. As we age, our immune system naturally becomes weaker, making it more difficult to recover from infections. Respiratory diseases especially pose a major risk to older adults. Research has shown that seniors are more likely to suffer complications from the flu, pneumonia, and even regular colds, particularly when exposed to new strains in different parts of the world. Airplanes, in particular, are perfect breeding grounds for germs. Passengers are often packed closely together, inhaling recycled air for hours. Additionally, since people from all over the world pass through airports every day, it's easy to come into contact with viruses your body has never encountered before. Then, there's the issue of food and water safety. Many travelers are eager to sample local dishes in foreign countries, but for seniors, consuming food or water that hasn't been properly prepared can result in severe illness. It's crucial to be mindful of what you eat and drink to avoid contamination risks. Unfamiliar ingredients, spices, and cooking styles can cause digestive problems. Foodborne diseases like norovirus, E. coli, and salmonella can affect older adults more intensely, leading to prolonged sickness, dehydration, and a severely weakened immune system. And while locals may have built immunity to certain bacteria in their water, travelers often don't have the same protection. Simple things like drinking tap water or eating a salad washed in local water can result in serious stomach infections. Public restrooms, hotel rooms, rental cars, or other spaces where germs linger. Many people assume that just because a place appears clean, it's safe. But surfaces like doorknobs, seatbelts, and tray tables are rarely disinfected as thoroughly as they should be. Seniors who use mobility aids like canes or walkers are at even greater risk, as they often touch public surfaces for support. So, how can seniors safeguard themselves if travel is unavoidable? Taking extra precautions is key. Wearing a mask in crowded spaces, washing hands often, and carrying hand sanitizer can help reduce the chance of picking up harmful germs. Only drinking bottled or filtered water, avoiding raw foods in unfamiliar destinations, and choosing thoroughly cooked meals can help prevent foodborne diseases. And for those traveling abroad, getting recommended vaccines and bringing along essential medications for stomach problems or respiratory issues is a must. Maintaining health while traveling is entirely possible, but it requires careful attention, preparation, and a robust immune system. However, health risks aren't the only concern. There's another reason why traveling after 65 can be more of a burden than a pleasure, and it's something that affects not just your health, but also your finances and peace of mind. If you're still watching and finding these insights useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you do so and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any future videos. Your support allows us to keep creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Number 2. Increased risk of falls and injuries. One of the greatest hazards of traveling after 65 is the heightened risk of falls and injuries. As we grow older, our balance, reflexes, and bone strength naturally diminish, making us more susceptible to accidents. While a minor stumble at home might not seem serious, a fall while traveling, particularly in an unfamiliar location, can result in broken bones, lengthy hospital stays, or even permanent mobility problems. The truth is, a single fall can alter the course of a senior's life, transforming what was supposed to be a peaceful getaway into a painful and expensive ordeal. Many seniors don't realize just how different travel environments can be from what they're used to. Hotels, cruise ships, and historical sites often feature uneven floors, poorly lit stairways, or slick surfaces that increase the likelihood of a fall. Some travel spots lack proper accessibility features, meaning even simple tasks like boarding a bus or walking along cobblestone streets can become unforeseen dangers. Additionally, in many places, emergency medical services aren't as fast or advanced as those back home, meaning even minor injuries can take longer to treat, raising the chance of complications. Consider the case of Linda, a 68-year-old woman who had always dreamed of visiting Europe. She was in excellent shape for her age and walked regularly in her neighborhood without any issues. However, upon arriving in Italy and navigating the steep, uneven streets, she quickly realized it was more challenging than she had anticipated. One evening, as she stepped off a curb in a poorly lit alley, she lost her balance and fell hard, breaking her hip. She was rushed to a nearby hospital where doctors informed her that she needed surgery. Not only did she have to cut her trip short, but she also spent months recovering after returning home. What was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime turned into an experience she wished she had never taken. Fatigue is another significant factor. Traveling often involves long days, irregular meal times, and disrupted sleep patterns, each of which can affect balance and coordination. When the body is exhausted, reaction times slow, making it easier to trip or stumble. For seniors with arthritis or joint pain, long walks through airports, train stations, or tourist sites can lead to swelling and discomfort, further raising the risk of an unexpected loss of stability. So, how can seniors lessen the risk if travel is unavoidable? Opting for destinations with good accessibility, avoiding high-risk areas with uneven ground, and always wearing the right footwear can help. Walking sticks, supportive shoes, and ensuring plenty of rest can also make a significant difference. Above all, recognizing your personal limitations is crucial, because no trip is worth compromising your long-term mobility and independence. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you do so and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Number 3. Hidden financial risks. Traveling after 65 can be an exciting experience, but it also brings with it certain financial risks that many seniors may not consider until they're faced with them. One of the most significant concerns is the misconception about health insurance coverage. Many seniors assume that their regular health insurance will cover them abroad, but that's often not the case. In reality, most domestic health insurance plans do not provide coverage outside your home country. This means that if you fall ill or are injured while traveling, you could be forced to pay for medical care out of pocket, which can be extremely costly. In some situations, emergency evacuations or medical transportation back to your home country can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Even in countries where healthcare is more affordable, there are additional financial risks. For example, many travel insurance policies only cover basic medical emergencies and may not include things like trip cancellations, which can be a major financial blow. Seniors often book vacations months in advance, assuming they'll be in good health, but unforeseen health problems can arise, requiring them to cancel or postpone their plans. Unfortunately, most airlines, hotels, and cruise lines have strict policies that don't allow refunds for cancellations made too close to the departure date, leaving seniors to bear the entire cost. Moreover, seniors are increasingly targeted by scammers who prey on unsuspecting travelers. These scams can range from fake vacation deals to overcharging for simple goods or services. Some scammers set up fraudulent vacation packages that seem too good to be true, only for seniors to arrive and realize they've been tricked. Others use more subtle tactics, like pretending to be taxi drivers or tour guides and charging inflated prices for subpar services. The combination of unfamiliar surroundings and the natural vulnerability that comes with aging makes seniors prime targets for these types of scams. Case study: take George, a 76-year-old who had always been careful with his money. He booked a dream vacation to a tropical island, carefully saving up for months to ensure he could enjoy the trip without financial stress. However, upon arriving, he discovered the hotel he had booked didn't exist. He had fallen victim to an online scam. By the time he figured it out, his money was gone, and he was forced to pay double for alternative accommodation, leaving him financially drained and stressed throughout the rest of his trip. Solution: to protect yourself, always invest in a comprehensive travel insurance policy that covers not only medical emergencies, but also trip cancellations, lost baggage, and other unexpected issues. It's also essential to check with your health insurance provider to see if your policy offers international coverage or if you need to purchase additional travel health insurance. When booking trips, always use reputable travel agencies and websites. Avoid deals that seem too good to be true, as these are often scams. Also, be cautious with your money. Avoid carrying large amounts of cash and keep your credit card information secure. If possible, use a credit card that offers fraud protection for extra peace of mind. Number 4. Increased health risks and medical emergencies. One of the major worries when traveling after 65 is the heightened risk of sudden health issues. As we get older, our bodies become more unpredictable, and conditions such as heart disease, high blood pressure, and respiratory problems can escalate into emergencies when we least expect them. While at home, it's easy to access medical care quickly, but when you're traveling, especially in a place you're not familiar with or a foreign country, getting the right treatment can become much more complex. A minor health issue that could have been easily managed at home can rapidly turn into a serious, even life-threatening situation when you're far from your usual healthcare provider. For many seniors, the risk of a medical emergency is not just hypothetical, it's very real. Long flights can increase the chance of blood clots, also known as deep vein thrombosis. High altitudes can put strain on the heart and lungs, particularly for those with pre-existing conditions. Even something as simple as dehydration or heat exhaustion can be much more severe in an unfamiliar climate. Seniors are also more susceptible to infections, which means exposure to new bacteria and viruses in different places can lead to unexpected illnesses. Take the story of James, a 74-year-old man who had always enjoyed traveling. He planned a 2-week cruise with his wife, thinking it would be a relaxing way to visit new places without too much physical strain. But on the 4th day of the trip, he began experiencing intense chest pain. The ship's medical team provided basic care, but he urgently needed to get to a hospital. Since they were in the middle of the ocean, he had to wait for an emergency evacuation to the closest port, which delayed his treatment by hours. Thankfully, he survived, but the experience left him shaken. What was supposed to be a dream vacation became a terrifying ordeal, one that he later admitted could have been avoided had he considered the risks more thoroughly. Medical insurance is another major concern. Many seniors assume their regular health insurance will apply wherever they travel, only to find out too late that they aren't covered for medical care in another country. Without proper travel insurance, hospital visits, emergency surgeries, and even basic medications can lead to enormous out-of-pocket expenses. Some seniors end up paying thousands of dollars just to get the care they need while abroad. So, what steps can you take if you're over 65 and thinking about traveling? Be sure to consult your doctor first. Get a thorough health assessment, discuss any potential risks, and ensure you have all necessary medications with you. Always research the healthcare system at your destination. And if traveling abroad, make sure you have comprehensive travel insurance that covers emergency evacuations and hospital stays. Because when it comes to health, being well prepared can mean the difference between a smooth trip and a disaster. Maintaining good health is one of the most important aspects of enjoying life after 65. But while medical risks are a major concern, they aren't the only reason travel can pose dangers. Number 5. Travel fatigue and recovery challenges. Traveling may seem thrilling, but for seniors over 65, the physical toll can be much greater than anticipated. Long flights, early check-ins, unpredictable itineraries, and hours of walking can lead to exhaustion that's difficult to recover from. Unlike younger years, when a good night's sleep could quickly rejuvenate the body, older adults often find that fatigue persists for days or even weeks after a trip. When the body is worn out, other aspects of health suffer. Immune function weakens, coordination declines, and the risk of illness or injury increases significantly. One of the primary issues seniors face while traveling is disrupted sleep. Sleeping in an unfamiliar bed, dealing with noisy hotels, or adjusting to different time zones can make it almost impossible to get proper rest. Sleep deprivation isn't just about feeling tired. It impairs mental clarity, weakens the immune system, and even heightens the risk of heart problems. Research has shown that seniors traveling across multiple time zones often take longer to adjust, meaning jet lag can last much longer than expected. This prolonged exhaustion can turn an otherwise enjoyable trip into a draining experience, leaving travelers feeling depleted rather than recharged. Then there's the concern of physical strain. Sitting for long periods on a plane, bus, or train can lead to stiff muscles, swollen joints, and a higher risk of blood clots. For seniors with arthritis or circulation issues, extended travel times can result in discomfort that lingers long after the journey ends. Even upon arrival, the physical demands of sightseeing, carrying luggage, and keeping up with scheduled activities can quickly become overwhelming. What began as an exciting vacation can swiftly turn into a struggle just to keep up. Consider the case of Richard, a 75-year-old man who had always enjoyed traveling. After retiring, he and his wife planned a 2-week vacation overseas, expecting it to be as enjoyable as their earlier trips. But after a 10-hour flight, navigating a busy airport, and adjusting to a 6-hour time difference, Richard felt drained before the trip had even started. By the second day, he struggled to walk long distances, found it hard to stay alert during tours, and needed frequent breaks. By the time he adjusted, it was almost time to return home, and he spent the following weeks recovering from the trip instead of relishing the memories. Another challenge seniors face is maintaining their regular diet and staying hydrated. Many travel destinations offer unfamiliar foods that can cause digestive issues, and staying hydrated while on the go is often overlooked. Dehydration alone can lead to fatigue, dizziness, and confusion, turning even the simplest tasks into a struggle. Combined with lack of sleep and physical exertion, it's easy to understand why many seniors feel worse after a trip rather than refreshed. So, what's the solution? If travel is unavoidable, seniors should plan plenty of rest days. Staying hydrated, avoiding cramming too many activities into a short period, and taking shorter flights with layovers to stretch and move around can help reduce exhaustion. Packing healthy snacks and allowing time for naps can also help keep energy levels up. But most importantly, recognizing personal limits and adjusting travel plans accordingly is key. Because a vacation should be a time of enjoyment, not something that requires weeks of recovery. The physical toll of travel is a serious concern for seniors, but it's not the only hidden danger. Number 6. Travel insurance and financial risk. One of the most unexpected dangers of traveling after 65 isn't just about health. It's about the financial risks that often go unnoticed. Many seniors assume that if something goes wrong while traveling, they can simply rely on their insurance or savings. But the truth is, travel-related medical emergencies, trip cancellations, and even financial scams can quickly drain a person's bank account, leaving them with more stress than they ever expected. Unexpected events can turn a carefully planned trip into a financial disaster, causing overwhelming expenses and frustration. One of the biggest financial risks is the cost of medical care abroad. Many seniors don't realize that their regular health insurance might not cover treatment in foreign countries. This means that if you fall ill or get injured while traveling, you could be responsible for thousands of dollars in medical bills. Even in countries where healthcare is more affordable, emergency medical evacuations, such as being airlifted to a hospital, can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Without the right travel insurance, seniors may find themselves in a situation where they either pay an enormous bill out of pocket or go without the care they need. Then there's the issue of trip cancellations. Many seniors book trips months in advance, confident that they'll be healthy when the time comes. But life doesn't always go as planned. Health conditions can crop up unexpectedly, forcing a trip to be postponed or even canceled. Unfortunately, many airlines, hotels, and cruise lines have strict policies that don't allow refunds for last-minute cancellations, meaning seniors can lose thousands of dollars if their plans change unexpectedly. Without proper trip insurance, recovering that money can be nearly impossible. Beyond medical costs and cancellations, there's another significant financial risk: scams and fraud. Seniors are often prime targets for scammers who prey on travelers using tactics like fake taxi services, overcharging for simple goods, or elaborate schemes to steal credit card information. Many scammers specifically look for older adults who appear unfamiliar with their surroundings, knowing they're less likely to spot a scam in the moment. Some criminals even exploit seniors by offering fraudulent vacation deals that turn out to be nothing more than expensive traps. Consider the story of George, a 76-year-old man who was always careful with his finances. He booked a dream vacation to a tropical island, saving up for every detail. But when he arrived, he discovered that the hotel he booked didn't exist. He'd fallen victim to an online scam. By the time he realized what had happened, his money was gone. With no place to stay, he had to scramble to find another hotel, paying double what he had budgeted just to get a room. What should have been a relaxing trip turned into a stressful financial mess that followed him back home. So, how can seniors protect themselves? First, always check if your health insurance covers international travel. If it doesn't, consider investing in a solid travel insurance plan that includes coverage for medical emergencies and trip cancellations. Second, when booking a trip, use only reputable companies and be wary of deals that seem too good to be true. Third, be cautious with your money while traveling. Avoid carrying large amounts of cash. Keep track of who has access to your credit card information and never share personal financial details with strangers. While travel can be exciting, these financial risks make it clear that after 65, extra caution is required. The unexpected costs, The possibility of falling victim to scams and the unpredictability of health emergencies all make travel a gamble that not every senior is prepared to take. But does this mean you should never travel again? Not necessarily. As we've just explored, there are 5 major reasons why traveling after 65 can carry serious risks. Risks that many seniors may not think about until they're facing them firsthand. From health emergencies to injuries, exhaustion, infections, and financial pitfalls, each of these challenges can turn what should have been a relaxing vacation into an overwhelming, even dangerous experience. While travel may seem like an exciting way to spend retirement, the reality is that after a certain age, it requires more planning, caution, and awareness than it did in younger years. But does that mean seniors should never travel? Not at all. It simply means that for those over 65, the way they approach travel needs to change. Instead of exhausting long-haul flights, stressful tours, and risky destinations, it may be wiser to choose closer, safer options that put less strain on the body. Exploring local attractions, taking shorter trips, or focusing on destinations with easy access to medical care can make all the difference in safety and enjoyment. Travel should enhance life, not create new problems that linger long after the trip ends. If you or a loved one is considering travel after 65, take a moment to really think about the potential challenges. Is your health stable enough to handle the trip? Do you have the right travel insurance to protect against financial risks? Have you chosen a destination that is safe and accessible for your needs? These questions may not seem exciting to ask, but answering them honestly could help prevent unnecessary stress and hardship down the road. In the end, longevity isn't just about adding years to life. It's about ensuring those years are lived with quality, independence, and peace of mind. If avoiding unnecessary travel means staying healthier and safer, then it's worth reconsidering the risk before booking that next flight. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.